And in sunny Spain, we're ready for round 2 of NGK NTK eSports action. We ignite the race, we send them too wide into the opening corner with Gaio Valero having a look behind. Alexander Thieber goes around and sets off the concertina. Cross-stranded in the middle of the pack, but out of turn 1. It's only 2 that have gone around.
He's still behind and he's still staying attached and waiting for the right opportunity.
Oh, there's the look from up above, and so Alexander Thieber got tagged to the inside. Then Matthias Pentela, that's the RD Simsport driver in that pink Toyota GR86 that also got the worst of the action there. Given that we are starting to see, you can see at the back of the shot, a split between 10th and 11th position, how many drivers will be thinking about that? 3 wide at the front. Nolde sent it on Valero, who sent it on Peters in return. It will be side by side on corner exit. Valero takes the lead as the Impulse Racing number 18 car slips back into second spot. Heads up driving there from Peters to tuck back into line and say, you know what, not worth crashing. But this is Adam Locke, Makarov, as well as Sarah Dove that are going to make door-to-door contact, and the car in the middle almost got squeezed out and lost out, but Adam Locke held on to it, and the Split 2 winner from a couple of weeks ago holds on to the spot as well as the 2 green machines of Makarov and Dove dueling out side by side.
I hope that they're going to stay calm until the end of the race, because seeing the top 3 crashing each other out like they do in the mid of the field, it would be kind of a pity, no?
Remember, it's about 17x in terms of the incident limit, but when you push the limits at turn 1, that slowdown all maybe comes into play, looking rearwards off your race leader momentarily as they flick left and right again. Just weight transfer of the car. See how early they're trying to get back onto the power and roll the momentum. I mean, you can see when you are on these pedals in the sim, you know, you're using similar amount of forces, and so you have to be slightly strapped in there. I've got to say, yeah, I'm liking the look of this, and I hope that we're all getting ideas. He's also seemingly using a formula wheel, but taking his hand off to shift manually. So, I mean, there's a lot of things that are adding up to a very cool setup. Send us pictures, by the way, of your rigs on social media. Would be cool to check all of that out. Oh, they're 4 wide into turn 2. They come out on the other side just okay. And this is the fight for, well, around 13th position. Makarov in front of Havlidison with Locke and K-Back in the line behind them as well. When you go that many cars into a corner packed sideways, it usually doesn't work out. Somehow they got it figured out.
Absolutely amazing. It's insane what they're doing right now. I don't even know what to say because I'm busy watching, but it's absolutely crazy. Like, that's what I told you. They're waiting for the last lap, and now they're going full send, but still be wearing off the track limits, obviously trying to stay on track, but not always they can, obviously.
Final lap of this race. Vince Peters is going to jink to the inside, try and cut the draft, cut the line of the 2 behind. Full invert to come after this. These 3 have put on a show at the front. Gaio Valero has to cover off the move from Nicholas Nolde, and it's going to be status quo on corner exit. Vince Peters, Gaio Valero, and Nicholas Nolde will come to the line for race 1 at Aragon in the NGK NTK ESPORTS Cup. It's the Visceral Esports driver, the championship leader, that will come out on top. But now we'll have it all to do from the back of the field. Yeah, doesn't seem like he's even won, Patricia. Calm as you'd like. Vince Peters along with Gaio Valero, 6/10 splits them. I think at the end it really shows that it could have been a lot closer. Could we get a photo finish in the second one? Valero, Nolde, Velgut, Maturano, Romero, Muth, Lynn, Leitner, and Bender through the top 10. And again, they're already gridded up for that second race. So we'll blow through this and then talk through that starting grid for the full invert second race. Well, here we go. Choo-choo. Green flag back out for race 2 of the NGK NTK Esports Cup. Who will pass or who will throw down the gauntlet that you shall not pass? Into turn 1, Matthias Pentel in the RD Simsport machine is going to try and fly away. We're almost 4 wide behind as we filter off of turn 1. Almost 5 wide for a moment, I'm pretty sure. Alexander Thieber somewhere in that madness in his green machine, on board with that number 2. Out of the second of the left-handers as he has a look to the inside of Jesse Albrecht. Pentel is now 1.5 seconds clear. He is gone. He has flown away. Spencer Brown gangbusters up the inside of Avlidison and Michael Kybak. This is crazy behind Pentela, who is being gifted, Patricia, a chance to build his lead. Not even 1 lap complete. Well, it's been a crazy start and settle in, because now drivers who have been able to stay out of trouble, trying to remain on track. Havlidison almost rejoins into the path of Michael Kybak. They tell you to rejoin safely. The benefit you have in iRacing is the F3 relative box. That's not much use there when you spear your way back onto the tarmac, but fortunately, all these drivers survive as the lights flash and maybe some mental warfare being played as well. Deja vu chaos about what happened at the end of that opening lap with the amount of crashing that we did have, but it does seem as though Nicholas Nolder, Norbert Leitner, Nazatati, Joshua Payne, and Sergi and Maturana are done for the day, sitting in pit lane, DNF'd. And here's a look at, well, I think where it's going to start. The problem is there are so many different things that probably happened that this is just one little chain reaction along the way.
We see a replay right now of the crash before. Oh.
Here's a look on board with third as he tucks behind at number 2 machine. There's not many better people to ride behind than someone like Alexander Thieber, to be honest, to see what the lines of a World Championship caliber driver are like. You can actually see that even though there's slightly different approaches to the corners being taken, just because of the way that the draft's going to work, as we head off to the braking zone, the gap will surely shrink back down between these two cars. Already Matthias Pencil has lost another second this lap alone, and so I think maybe there is also just a recognition that the train is coming, and it's going to be about how wide can you make that Toyota GR86. Here we go.
Maybe my prophecy is coming true.
Well, it does seem as though Mario Velgut's hit the disqualification limit, so there's another one that bites the dust. Michael Hafliderson, though, best that he's going to focus on will be third as we come to the line to see the white flag, blinking plenty, but now with the draft jinking off to the left-hand side, Mergim Aloui is going to force the long way around for Hafliderson, who, if he does have an off-track to burn, can not only pinch the 33 into the corner entry, but sweep the momentum the long way around. Bravery may be required, but Hafliderson is there. Car alongside, but now on the wrong side of the track, up towards number 3. Not going to be able to be so brave this time around because as they now dive in through the next part of the corner, Mergim Aloui is going to bully Hafliderson almost onto the gravel, but now Hafliderson says, I'm still here, third is mine. In towards the hairpin for the final time. Leading up front though, Alexander Thieber must have thought after race 1 that surely it could not have been more difficult, and well, he was right. Already with one hand off the wheel, he'll celebrate as winner of race 2 here at Motorland Aragon in the NGK NTK Esports Cup for 2024. Ignites the track and, as calm as you'd like, celebrates the victory. Alexander Thieber enters 2024 without a team, but surely his phone will be lighting up given the performance that we've seen. Consistent for him once again at the front. RD Simsport and Matthias Pentel are second, and showing that the reverse grid puts you in a great position if race 1 doesn't necessarily go your way. Michael Hafliderson third, with Mergim Aloui fourth in the distinct GG entry. Vince Peters, Darwin Romero, Alessio Bender, and Michael Kaibach, Daniel Muth, and John Aylen round out the top 10.